Hey YouTube, it's your girl Javina Love back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How are you doing, my busy bees? Staying busy, I hope. Keeping it sexy. Always. How are you doing, bees? I just felt like getting ready with you, just playing with some makeup, not worrying about anything, kind of throw the nonsense out the window, any politics or any life stress, glitter them away, and invite you to the party. You know, we all need a little social gathering every once in a while as adults. I mean, we're going to go crazy in this mug. I swear. What do you think what's happening is happening? We're all stir crazy. So, what have you been doing to keep yourself busy? What exactly are you bees doing to stay busy? I want to know. Tell me in the comments below. I'm dying to know because, girl, personally, looks like she's pledging allegiance right now to the flag, but I'm actually looking for my mirror. I sat it down, and it's like probably right in front of me, and I just can't see it. But your girl has been bored in the house and in the house bored again. You just can't get over it. I just can't. I went to try to interact with some people today, and that didn't work out too good. I couldn't talk. Didn't want to take my earpiece out. You know, it was quite different for me. I mean, as a person I am, I love to talk. I love to tell everything. You know, whatever we're talking about, let me know what I don't know, and then we'll get to knowing what I do know together. So we all are informed, you know, about what's going on. This color looks like it is nothing on my skin. It just literally just brightened up my eye just a little bit. It didn't do anything. Maybe it's the brush's fault. We'll blame the brush. We're not going to blame the shadow. Because it's just like one of those things where you're like, you worked the first time. What happened? But anyways, yeah. I don't know what was going on with you, girl. I don't know what's going on in my mind. What made me just stop talking in public? It's not normal for me. It really isn't. I even had my kids there, and they were just like, I was pointing at things, and I was doing, grunts, you know, Forgot to put a little powder down, you know. And they were like, I don't understand. I was like, well, get to understanding these moan and groans, because I'm not trying to talk in public. Like, I just didn't feel like hearing my own voice. I don't know. I just didn't feel like I was even going to be able to explain what I was feeling in public. It was just one of those things, you know. Not going to lie. It was just one of those things. I want to know what good movies are coming out soon. Is there anything underground that I should be looking for? Something going straight to DVD? Do I have to stream it? Because, you know, I'm not going to lie. I miss the movie theaters. Who misses the movie theaters? Can I get an amen? That was like my break from reality. Because you can zone in. That's what the whole point of the dark room is. And just the bright screen. Then they started adding a little bit more lights later on, and that shit got annoying. But the premise is still there. You know, the whole purpose of it being in the dark room and only focusing on the sound of your boom breath and the popcorn, and maybe a giggle or a kiss on somebody on this aisle trying to get lucky, and you're like, shh, you know. Oh, I miss it so much. Like, I want it to come back, but then I'm kind of like, I don't think I can sit through the movie with the mask on. I don't think I can do it the whole time, because I'm a popcorn girl. I mean, I'm a sour candy girl. I'm your universal licorice hanging out my mouth, sipping on my icy girl. Like, whoa, you want me to keep the mask on? Like, so that means I'm not going to be able to, you know, talk too much trash about the movie either. Like, what if I really want to talk some serious smack? You're not going to be able to hear me. Even though I mumble, it's still like, you know, you know what I mean, you know. But I feel like, I feel so lost. Like, can you name the last movie you went to the movie theater and saw in theater? Please leave that in the comments below. I want to know, what was the last legit movie that you went to see in a movie theater? I'll tell you. I will tell you. Mine was Us. Mm-hmm. That's a long time ago. Okay? Because before, I used to go to the movies so faithful with my cousin, who sends me cousin friend mail. Cousin Mel, how you doing? She don't say nothing in the comments or anything, but she does get a gander of my videos every once in a while because I make her watch them when she comes visit. But anyways, she and I went to go see Us, and it was great. I slept through it, you know, woke up with half a bag of popcorn in my lap. It was awesome. You know, it was the best nap I had had in my life. Like, she was like, you must have been really tired, because I literally fell asleep with a timer on. She didn't believe me. I said, I'm good to go to sleep about the first 30 minutes of the movie. Like, I'm good to stay awake, and then all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, your girl has disappeared. Okay? She's like, no, you stayed awake through Twilight, and da-da-da-da. Yeah, I did. I stayed awake through Twilight. Breaking Dawn, the first one, I think. No, the second one. The Breaking Dawn, the second one. And I wondered, how did I stay awake through that movie? Well, of course, I didn't go just with my cousin. I also went with my son's father. And, of course, you know, that song, that movie's got such sweet, sentimental things going on in it. And we were talking about getting married. And she was like, it's been 20 years, y'all ain't got married yet. And, I mean, it was just like, oh. And we danced at the end. And everybody who was in the audience, we all pretty much got up and danced to that song 1,000 Years. We did. We all danced all in the aisles and in the front row. It was awesome. That's why I didn't sleep through that movie. But she doesn't remember me falling asleep through Star Wars. And she's like, well, maybe because when you were a kid and it first came out, you fell asleep the same way. And I was like, no, you just didn't notice me knocked the fuck out. You know, I was knocked out. I woke up and snorted and looked at my son and said, what did I miss? He said, you didn't miss much of nothing, but we'll wait and see it again. He didn't want to talk through it. My son, my eldest son, he does not like to talk through movies. He feels so disturbed, and like, he's like looking around to make sure nobody's like, no, it's not me. I told him he's the first one to die in a horror movie, though. You snitch. You snitched on your mama. You're going to die in a horror movie. That's just the way it is. And we crack up laughing about it. And I miss that. Like, movies have always been the most important family gathering part of my childhood. I know that's crazy. You're like, you guys don't have other great things? I mean, yeah, we got our family reunions, we got our barbecues, but nothing ever could beat my grandmother. Okay, that doesn't look right. My grandmother, me, my mother, my boys, all going to the movie theater on a family type trip, you know? I felt that was really what made us. Ooh, look at her. I couldn't pick it up with the brush. It wasn't working, so I had to pick my phalanges. And I'm just trying to, I want to put it all over. It's one of those colors, I want to put it all over my body. Maybe next time, but not right now, because, you know, I got y'all right here with me in my space, you know. But, yeah, we would go to the movies, and one by one, now, back then, I must admit, I did not go to sleep in movie theaters. I didn't have to. I wasn't tired. I actually was an insomniac. I had some serious issues, you know, didn't we all? You know, I was under 20 and had a baby, so it was a lot. But my mom and my grandmother, like, my grandmother could hang. She can do a marathon, too. She can do some marathons on movies. That was my road dog when it came to movies. But my mom, my grandmother and I would laugh about my mom, because it was her that would take the 30-minute shot to the heart and just gone. Like, Cupid came by and said, sleep time. Sandman was like, she ain't ready to go to sleep yet. And we're like, She ready to go to sleep. She needed a little cat nap. She acted like, because my mom worked 2 jobs, and she was raising 2 kids on her own. It was just like a lot. And my grandmother was there to help, and my grandfather was there to help, and it was just like, Lord Jesus, it was a lot for her little self. And I told her, I know you're tired. I don't blame you. Get you some rest. It's not going to kill you, kill me for you to go to sleep. So we're not babies. We can handle this. We're at the movie theater with you. We would hold the purses. We would do all the important stuff and do like we're supposed to. And we paid attention and we listened and we did our job. And we would let my mom sleep in theater hop, because she was asleep. She didn't know what the heck we were doing. That is pretty. That is very pretty. Now this is different for me, you guys. You can totally tell that I must be on something different right now because my eyes are not dark and smoky. They're just really, really, really bright and pink. I don't know what it is. I think Barbie, and well, I was never a Barbie girl. Never. I just must tell you that right off the bat. But I think Barbie sent some minions after me, and now I'm paying the price for it. Because now I can't give it up. I can't give up the pink. I can't give up the pink. And I figured if I'm doing pink looks and I'm not showing you guys, then what in the heck am I doing? Because you guys may have a lot of pink and be like, as unconfident as my confidence level was so bad when it came to pinks. Because it didn't show up on my skin tone and all this other. But now I'm like, you know what? Y'all ain't gonna believe what I did to do, to get this look. You're like, you didn't show us a damn thing. I know I didn't. But you did see how I layered it on. So I went like super light colors first. And then I just darkened up the pinks as I went along. And then now I'm adding a goldish pinky liquid eyeliner, a liquid eyeshadow as my liner to go with this pink and gold Lily Posh's that I have on my eyes. Now that I will mention. I'm also wearing Juvia's Place, 2 colors from the Juvia's Place palette, and two colors from the Juno & Co palette. So I'm wearing literally these 2 colors here from Juno & Co. I'm wearing this ash gray and this pink from Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. I've got this beautiful pinky gold. Like I said, I want to put it all over my body. My chest just shivered like, ooh, Lord Jesus. And this one from Lily Posh, all over the lid. And then I'm using this Model Co liquid eyeshadow as eyeliner. I figured I'd keep it really, really bright on top. And I'll just, grunge it out on the bottom. Because that's what I live for. I like a little grunge, smoke it out a little bit, but be careful. But yeah, we were terrible. I mean, especially when it came with the movies, we were terrible. We had the passes, me and my sister and our friends, where even up until the world ended, you could buy certain passes for like the month. And your kids can literally just go on the weekends and go watch some new releases once a month. I know we were able to watch new releases once a month. And then you could watch every Saturday. You could watch old Disney movies that, or either they would put it was like, they would put out, it was AMC, so I might as well just throw the name out there. AMC would give you a book that went with that. With this card, and what you would do with the book is it would tell you on what day. It was like a calendar book to tell you what movies were playing, what time, and the whole 9 yards, so you knew what you were jumping into. If you didn't want to show up, you didn't have to show up, but my mom was like, she worked, like I said, she worked 2 jobs, and my grandmother was working, my grandfather was working, and all the co-parents are working. So what do you do with kids? You throw them at the mall for the day. We were mall rats. And we mostly just wanted to look at the movies and stuff. We would barely eat anything at the mall except for, like, you know, the typical kid stuff, Cinnabons and a hot dog on the stick. We'd go have their lemonade, you know. So we were good at that. My parents knew exactly what we were doing and where we were doing it, who we were doing it with. My grandmother was right there too. Like, they had spies everywhere. There was somebody that was related or sleeping with somebody who was related to us that would have a job at that mall at that time to make sure that we were always in line. I mean, there was always a snitch, so there was no way I could get away with trying to date, because I didn't get to do that anyways. I didn't even worry. I didn't even worry about boys. I was so worried about my studies. I was so stooge as a teenager. But then, I think as soon as like 16, 17 hit, that shit flew out the window. And then I noticed the boys. You know, then I was like, there's the boys. And my mom's like, it has happened. My dad's like, no, it ain't happening. And I'm like, it's happening. I'm going to have me a baby. And he's like, oh, no, you're not. And I was like, well, you know, it's like, okay, you're going to challenge a teenager. Of course they're going to try to call your bluff. But he was like, you ain't no way in hell I'm going to let you go nowhere. I'm going to your prom. I'm going to your dances. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You ain't going to never be alone with a boy. Then they get divorced. Dad. And boy, he was mad. He was like, I can't be that mad at you. I can't be mad at you because you are my should. You are my should, and I can't wait. Because he was so happy to be a grandpa for, to a grandson. I think that was like, he always wanted a son. My dad, he always wanted a son. So, of course, he had him a son, but now he got him a grandson. And so he was super proud. And then my sister and I both, she has 2 girls of her own and her son by marriage that she adopted, who I adore because she knows I always get him. And then I've got my 3 boys. Oh, and she's pregnant, by the way. So that makes her having 3 soon. She'll be due soon, but she's not revealing the sex. So she'll have 3 and I'll have 3 boys. My 3 plus my 1, which is my daughter, whom I adopted. You know. So we both have our sets, and he's so happy he's got an even set, and he's like crossing his fingers and toes that this last one's a boy. I told him I'm sorry, I don't think so. My sister is, if it's up to the male like they say it is, I think her husband's going to give her a girl. Because he really is just like a very feminine kind of man, very soft. And his son is too. They're not the man's man, I would say. They're not like my boys, you know. But even though my boys don't get dirty and like they like to play with dirt and mud and things like that. I don't know. We're total opposites. We're not the dirty football I used to be with my eldest son, but my younger 2 are like scientists and very, you know, makeup, and they love the science of makeup. They love the science of colors and sketching. So very book smart kids, very in their own space, my boys. But my sister's girls, no ma'am. They are the tumblers, they are the cheerleaders, and I'm just like, is she gonna be all right? I'm in the audience. I'm like, no. I'm like, there. I was literally, I was put out of a cheerleading meet because the girl, I swear, this girl was gonna drop my niece because she's tall and she's an Amazon. You know, she's built. We're built girls. We're not small girls. You had to see us growing up. I have to show you some more pictures one time. Because y'all ain't gonna believe it. We were some stack. We could have been football players. But I was more of a track girl, stayed my feet on the ground. I was scared of heights. I still am. My sister was the tumbler, the thrower up in the air type of girl. And I was always worried about it. Even when we were in high school, I was in high school and she was in middle school and she was cheerleading. I would scream and act a fool about, oh my God, you're gonna drop my sister. You're gonna get my sister. And my mom's like, she'll be fine. She's like me. She'll land on her feet. And I'm like, okay. I've seen you land on your feet. I've seen it. It didn't happen. But yeah, I'm going very natural with my lashes, but I'm using like 3 different types of wands, 3 different mascaras, because that does help. If you use a different wand, don't use the same type of wand, and you can see which one it will grab onto and hold onto, and you can see my pitiful lashes. I started with, which one did I start with? Okay, so I started with the milk, and now I'm working on the man eater from Tarte, and it's the wands, because look at that wand. You're not going to be able to see it against my black background, so that one is way different than, I need to show you that, because it is important. You may have these and be like, no, that doesn't happen to me. And then you got the man-eater one. You see, and that's more what we all have been getting in subscription boxes, or the hourglass with still with the big brushes. And this one is not. It's very fine, but it's thick. Like, but you can get a lot more. I like to comb them upwards too. Because I got pitiful lashes. I don't curl them, but I will comb them upwards. But you can see them instantly start growing. And it also cuts down on, when you do these different mascaras, it also cuts down with the clumping, because they're not clumping to itself. It's got a different formula. Some of these formulas, like this one, is a little bit more looser than the milk one. Then you've got some that are a little bit more tighter because they have microfibers in it. But you can see my lashes now. These are my lashes, and they look like I could be wearing natural falsies, you know? But yeah, that is it, my busy bees. I just wanted to talk, set it off a little bit about some movies, bring up some movies. But yes, leave it in the comments below. I want to know, what was the last movie you guys saw before the whole shutdown in theaters? Next time we'll talk about what we last seen for the month of January, because I need to know. And if you stumbled upon this video, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And if you like the content, don't worry about it. Just stop on by, give yourself a little like, give me a thumbs up. I haven't said that already twice. I must be going bananas. Leave me a comment and subscribe. I mean, it helps your girl out. I'm trying to grow the channel. This hive cannot grow to anything without you. And that'll be all. I'll see you next time. Bye.